Later, Carlos arrives at the wedding venue with the bride. The bride walks up to the groom and says, "Freddie, my love, I'm here." The groom lifts her veil and says, "But what happened to you? Why do you look like this? I bought you an expensive and beautiful dress so you could shine today, not show up like this." The bride says, "My love, some problems came up, but I'll explain everything later. The important thing is that I'm here to marry you." Freddie replies, "What? I'm not marrying you. You're ruining the happiest day of my life." The bride says, "You're right, but this wasn't my fault. I never wanted this to happen." Freddie angrily says, "Enough, I'm leaving." Carlos steps in and says, "Freddie, please don't go." Freddie replies, "Carlos, do you see what's happening?" Carlos says, "Yes, but someone is behind all of this. Someone who doesn't want you two to be happy." Freddie says, "What?" Everyone is shocked. Carlos explains, "Someone replaced her perfume with dye. Look, and that person was Fernanda." Fernanda says, "That's a lie." Carlos replies, "Be quiet. I heard you talking. You said everything went perfectly and that you would never let your sister marry Freddie because he is the love of your life." Carlos reveals everything he heard. Finally, Fernanda admits, "Yes, it's true. I'm tired of you always getting everything. Since childhood, you've always taken everything I wanted, and now Freddie too." The bride says, "Fernanda, but you were the one who introduced me to Freddie." Fernanda replies, "Yes, but I always loved him secretly. I never thought you two would fall in love." The bride says, "Sister, I never meant for this to happen. I had no idea." Fernanda says, "You never know anything. You only think about your own happiness." Crying, Fernanda walks away. The bride calls after her, but then Freddie says, "My love, forgive me. I didn't know any of this. If you still want to, I'm ready to marry you." The bride replies, "Do you really think I'll marry you after everything I just heard? You're wrong. Goodbye." She walks away. Freddie shouts, "Lady, please stop." Carlos grabs Freddie's arm and says, "Freddie, that's not how things are done." Then Carlos splashes green dye on Freddie's face and runs away. Freddie angrily shouts at everyone, "The wedding is over. Get out of here. All of you leave." If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it.